Welcome to No Match for a Blaster, an intermission. Soul, One World is Not Enough, Part 1. I'm your host and world-famous secret agent, Bobby Abney. If you're new here, No Match for a Blaster is an actual play podcast featuring the Morality Plays crew playing the Star Wars role-playing system by Fantasy Flight Games. This week, we'll be doing something a little different, but don't worry. We'll be back to the crew of the Atheon in 2 weeks. As an intermission between seasons, we thought it might be fun to try out a different system and use it to record what we think an in-universe holo broadcast might sound like. Join us this week and next as our newest morality player, Gerald, runs Savage Worlds for a couple of galactic super spies. And if you'd like to catch more of the series, be sure to subscribe to us at patreon.com/moralityplays for some exclusive content. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster or Twitter at No Match Podcast. And now, it's time to meet Soul, Kal Sol.
Another day, another mission. Another day preventing interplanetary war, destroying superweapons, protecting diplomats. Not to say that my job is all danger and blaster fire. Some days, it's about smooth talking and smoother drinks, well-tailored suits and beautiful women. But then, there are days when the fate of the galaxy is on the line. And I'm the only person there to keep the chaos at bay. And I have a feeling today will be one of those days. Yes, it's just another day as Soul, Kal Sol.
Our story begins. Kal Sol, you have been tracking a female Twi'lek agent. An agent of an unknown organization. They have infiltrated a party of high-ranking Republic officers. This one in particular has been taking liberties with a particularly well-known admiral. This party is the pre-party to an event, an unveiling of a new stealth fighter that the Republic is trying to have produced. The prototype has been completed, and it's time for the big unveiling. So what do you look like, Mr. Sol? Tell us a bit about yourself. I like long walks on the beach, and being blown up, and being captured at least once per episode.
Special Agent Kal Sol is a quarren. He stands in the woods in a black suit, with a black turtleneck sweater with a suit over it, peering at the nearby party. The quarrens are they have bigger ear tentacles off to the sides, but their actual mouth is a nice little maw of tentacles.
You, unfortunately, were not able to actually secure passage into the party itself, so you were outside the party observing. Tell us a little bit about how you're observing.
I'm in a tight-fitting black jacket and sweater outfit, both that can hide in the shadows, but also, if I happen to find a way in, it'll pass as a somewhat, dinner party ready and available outfit.
Well, there is an entrance. If you would like to try to talk your way in, that would work. At the moment, you're using a telescopic sort of lens to view what's going on inside of the party. It's a typical high-end cocktail party. There's lots of star champagne and tuxedos, star tuxedos.
Oh, that's my kind of place then. I need to get in. They have those little hors d'oeuvres that I love.
admirals' full-dress uniforms, slightly skimpy cocktail dresses.
Are people still flowing in, or...?
No, it looks to be a fairly small gathering, maybe only 20 people total.
Oh,
and
okay.
they're all inside already. Most of them are admirals or dignitaries of the Republic in their attendance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll try and talk my way in.
Okay. Well, you head to the front door where there is, of course, Republic security. He looks over you a moment, adjusts something on his flashy, well-prepared uniform. Ticket, please.
Morning, boys. Afternoon, night. Night, boys. Yes. I don't have it. But I assure you, the one place I need to be is in there.
I'm afraid we're going to need a ticket, sir.
Do you know who I am, son?
No, sir.
Well, if you look under that poorly cut suit of yours and you look at the charge pack on that blaster you're holding, you're going to see my name on the bottom of it.
On the bottom of the charge pack?
That's right.
One of them takes out his blaster and discharges the charge pack to look. Sir, there isn't anything written on the bottom of this.
What? Hold on.
He turns it over, and sure enough, there's nothing written on the bottom of it.
You must have gotten the knockoff ones. Anyway, my grandpappy made cerulean arms. Me and my family have been supplying the Republic with their charge packs for more generations than your family's had a last name, son.
One guard looks at the other and says, Do we really want to stop him from going to the party? Well, we are supposed to be just checking tickets, and anybody without a ticket isn't supposed to be let in. You know, they didn't actually tell us that anybody without a ticket shouldn't be let in. I mean, this is supposed to be some private soiree of arms dealers, and... Well, he certainly sounds like an arms dealer. Well, I don't know. Well, see, this is what we get for being twins. Yeah, we sound exactly the same. We sound exactly the same. This is completely unacceptable. All right, look, we're just going to let you in.
Fantastic.
Don't cause any trouble.
Of course not.
It'll be our jobs. And this is way too cushy a gig. Yeah, that's right. We get to drink all the leftover Star champagne.
That's disgusting. All right, I'm going to go in.
Oh, no. Not from the same bottles.
Oh. Making it sound like you were 13-year-olds trying to, take the last few sips from the star beers left over after a party. That's not hygienic.
No, look, are you going to go in, or
yeah,
are you going to argue
in.
with us?
Yeah, this is me going in.
No, fine. So for the second roll I made for you, you rolled a 10 on the D10, and then a 10 on the D10, and then an 8. Just yay, Savage World.
How many raises? That's a lot of raises.
That was a lot of raises.
Like 5 raises.
Okay. So, you are now inside the party looking at least vaguely suave, because that's who you are.
Slick back, black hair, all black suit with the sweater collar above the jacket. Yeah.
A waiter walks by and hands you a glass of Star champagne, and there's a Star caviar over there.
Yes, I go right after the hors d'oeuvres.
Yeah, excellent. Well, let's see how observant you are at the moment as to what you're actually supposed to be doing here. And right in the trash can.
That's all
you
good.
fail. You fail. That's definitely a failure. You've spotted the enemy agent that you were tracking, the female Twi'lek. She is in a rather slinking, if expensive-looking gown, and is still on the arm of that admiral. She seems to be directing him to a back room.
Ooh. I will try and place myself within the party so I maybe get close to the doorway.
Okay, let's see. Alright. You are somewhat successful in this. You begin to mingle at least a little bit. You aren't bad at that by any stretch of the imagination.
Mm-hmm.
You are speaking with admirals, with attendants, with arms dealers, with other ranking members of the Republic here. Ministers, or perhaps even a senator or two are here. Someone on the committee, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And their attendants, their husbands and wives, and their other husbands and wives. You're able to mingle and see that they being the targets you are following, have walked down a side passage and have slipped through a door. The door, unfortunately, was not exactly left ajar, but you could see where they went, and it's away from the party at proper.
Mm-hmm. I'm going to wait till they turn a corner, and I'm going to proceed to try and follow them without being noticed leaving the party.
You're going to try to slip away. Well, that's not difficult. Nobody's paying that much attention to you, to be honest.
Ooh, that stings.
So you slip down the hallway. Nobody's really noticed, so slip away. You make it down the hallway to the door that they've gone through. Now, unfortunately, these being star doors, you can't just crack them open a little bit.
It's all or nothing.
So what's the plan here?
If I can, because this is a mission, so I would have a few little doodads on me.
Absolutely.
I pull out from my coat, a Star Mont Blanc pin, take off the cap, and I press the cap to the door. It magnetically clinks to the door, and it allows me to slowly, manually open the door.
Oh, I like it. Okay. You slowly open the door. The first thing you notice are sounds of grunting. Very, very exasperated, loud, enthusiastic grunting coming from the room. You don't see anything for a second, and then you notice it seems to be some sort of bedroom inside. There are no lights on inside, though.
I go to my chrono on my wrist, and I press the record button.
Okay.
How big is this room? Like, are there shadows and like things to? Or
there are shadows, absolutely.
I will try and find a place just inside the room to kind of hide behind, just in case someone comes down the hall or something.
There's some bed squeaking going on now, and the aggressive sounds are even more aggressive.
I make sure this is transmitting back to HQ.
Yep. You can see the figures on the bed now.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely in the middle of something.
Star MMA, I got you.
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
Sorry, I don't get it.
Yeah. Yep.
Trust me, this is going to get forwarded to the entire office. You'll get it. I go back later and do narration over the scene with the audio. I make a podcast out of it.
That's a terrible idea. Who would do such a thing?
Yeah,
You're just going to keep voyeuring away. All right.
Yes.
Gross.
Well, I'm not trying to protect his marriage. I'm trying to protect, make sure...
The Republic.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're here to protect the Republic, damn it.
Yeah.
They appear to be having a very good time and are getting rather loud. And then, she leans forward, and her Leku move of their own volition. Wrap around his throat, and before you can do anything, there's a faint crack.
Oh,
and
no.
she climbs off of him and begins slipping out of the room.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll try and pop out. I'm popping out with my...
Oh, okay. Now you can do something.
Whoa. Hold it right there.
There's very little light, of course, in this room, but you're pretty sure she's smiling at you. And who might you be?
My name's Special Agent Kal Sol. And I'm taking you in.
Well, we could certainly try, but I think my turn to introduce myself is in order. I'm Kalna Leku Dead. And she goes for her gun.
Okay.
Did you like my rendition of Xena?
This is good. It's good.
I tried to make the phonetics the same. Alright, pulling cards. Kalna goes first. Alright, Kauna's going to draw a weapon of some sort.
Mm-hmm.
You're pretty sure. And she's going to fire it at you. And then you get to go.
Okay.
Alright. There's a humming sound that comes out of her weapon, and you are blasted by sound.
Oh, no.
Yep.
My only weakness.
Oh, no, not sound.
Not sound.
It's pretty disruptive. It doesn't hurt, per se, but it's very disruptive. Your ears pop. You're pretty sure that your eardrums have burst. There's blood coming out of your ears. Your tentacles have been polarized for the moment. Paralyzed, excuse me. Your tentacles have been paralyzed for the moment. And in general, your head is blurry. But it is your turn.
So I go to one knee, one hand covering one of my ears, the other hand still holding my other hand still holding my Perth Krill, holding it against the side of my head. I shake my head a bit, level my blaster. Has she taken off? She's still standing there.
She's still standing there.
Like, all right, don't move. And I try and bring my chrono up to my mouth to call for emergency pickup.
Well, on her turn, she's going to dive out the door. There's the sounds of commotion from the party. Are you going to take a shot at her?
Yeah, I'll take a shot. She's killed a Republic admiral, right?
Admiral, yep. There's a whine, a fairly quiet whine, considering you just fired a blaster in a small confined space. But, it's a specially made weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And a bolt goes arcing towards her, catches her in the midsection, and causes her to stumble, but she still runs out the room.
I shake my head again, and 3 staggered steps, and I go into a sprint after.
Alright, you go chasing after her, but unfortunately you are tackled by the 2 security guards from outside.
No!
Hey, it's him! I told you not to make any trouble!
I'm trying to stop the trouble!
Look out, he's got a blaster! And she ducks around the corner.
Alright. I hate to do this. I'm trying to give him the old punch up.
You're gonna try to knock them aside?
Yeah.
Alright, here we go. Well, you get one of them.
Space Judo Chop.
Space Judo Chop. He goes crumpling to the ground. And his brother takes out a stun baton. And that's the last thing you remember.
Oh, no! Ah!
Oh.
From my chrono, do I hear a call like
dee-dee-dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee-dee-dee. Sol, come in, Sol. Well, you wake up in the infirmary back at the office. There is a woman with glasses and a data pad frowning at you as you come to.
Morning.
Good afternoon.
I smell bacon, star bacon.
That's not a good sign.
How long was I out?
A day.
A day? A day?
Yes, I'd say that God hit you rather hard. Yes. Mern is waiting for you. I'm his new assistant, Miss Crediton. Are you ready?
Ready for what?
To go see Mern.
Oh gosh. Yeah. I mean, this isn't the worst. My head's been ringing after getting into a tussle of twins, but I need a minute at least.
She frowns. That's not the sort of approved banter for office conversations.
Well, I had the approved banter, but I lost the note cards while I was on mission.
Well, up you get.
Yes. Can I Privacy would be...
She prods you with her data pad.
Okay.
Come on!
All right.
You're still in the gown. The medical gown.
My ass is just in the breeze.
Hanging out, yeah. Your squiddy ass. You are going to see Mern, the head of the organization. You walk into his well-appointed office, still in your robe.
I stand at half salute, and then I cover myself.
Good to see you again. Unfortunately, that agent gave you the slip.
That she did.
Well,
sorry about the Admiral.
Well, we always have more admirals. Let me tell you a bit about what happened while you were out cold. Some kind of way that agent slipped into the hangar with the newly created prototype stealth fighter and stole it. Then she used the identicard and code cylinders of the Admiral that she killed. But by the time we figured out what had happened and recovered you, it was all too late. There's more bad news, I'm afraid.
There's more.
Oh, yes. An entire Republic listening post in the Outer Rim is gone missing.
What do you mean? What do you mean gone missing?
As in, it's not there anymore.
Someone stole a listening post.
I don't think stole so much as completely obliterated it off the side of the moon it was on.
Oh, that makes more sense.
Yes. We can't figure out how they snuck up on it, though.
Oh, because it's a listening post. Got you. Yeah, okay, yep.
Yes, listening post. It must have hit you harder than I thought.
Well. I'm still trying to figure out where she was holding the code cylinder, because when she was running... Anyway, continue.
Quite. Now then, I need you to go and find that agent. Track them down. They're part of some new organization that's been putting themselves together in the Outer Rim. We don't know much about them, but of course, that's your job. Find out. Find out what happened to the listening post. And if at all possible, stop it from happening again. Go down to Keck's lab. I understand she has some new things for you.
Ooh. I love the new toys.
Try to bring some of them back this time.
I make no promises.
Sorry?
I make no promises.
Well, do try. You wouldn't believe the number of complaints I get from Keck about the lack of return of the items she's given you.
I get star carbon copied on a lot of them, I can believe.
Yeah. Care for some scotch? I mean, star scotch.
Absolutely. Do I look like a man who doesn't need some scotch?
Yes, it is 3 in the afternoon after all.
Oh no.
Scotch time.
And I gotta make up for yesterday.
That's right. Yeah. You grab that one over there, pour for me as well. I'm going to stare out the window.
Yes. Very good.
You should probably put some clothes on before you go see Keck.
I suppose so.
I'll get another complaint from HR if you don't. Right, off you go then. That's enough star scotch.
He leaves and goes to the in-base tailor and gets a spare suit?
Yes, gets you a brand new suit, all tailored up for you. Before you head down to Keck's laboratory. Over to Keck.
So you come in to see a Togruta woman with whom you are quite acquainted. She has the standard cowl of white and violet stripes, and her skin is like a lilac tone. She has many wrinkles around her eyes and mouth, and she is currently wearing, gosh, I want to say like a lab coat.
Absolutely. A star lab coat.
She's totally wearing a star lab coat. And you see her kind of bending over a some kind of circuit that she's poking with a little stick and making little sparks out of. And you have no idea what she's doing.
Good morning.
But it looks very delicate.
Good morning, Keck.
Kal, you again. Yes, you have a mission right?
Yes.
Reconnaissance and information gathering, I'm told.
Yep. Apprehension, gotta retrieve a thing, stop things from blowing up. Standard fare.
Things from blowing up. Your specialty, stopping things from blowing up. Right, here we go. She taps something on the table that she's working at, and it kind of, I want to say that the drawer slides in to the wall that it was on. Mm-hmm. So all of the little bits of what she was working with are all kind of tucked away neatly together. Mm-hmm. And she walks over to another wall. You realize she has barely glanced at you because she was busy. And she'll tap another wall, and a little, kind of, towards a high table sort of pings out of that one, and it has several items on there. At least one of which you recognize. The first thing that you see, the first thing that you would probably recognize is a holdout blaster that you are pretty familiar with. Go ahead and take your blaster.
Papa's missed you. Not you, Keck. The blaster. As he picks it up and checks through it and gently.
Standard Mando Arms, Path Krill, holdout blaster. I understand it's the one that you prefer.
Oh, don't listen to her. You're anything but standard. As he slips it into his chest holster.
As you look, there are several other things on this table that she has prepared. One of them seems to be just a small stylus that you would think that had just been left there, but it seems to be in its own little space. Another is what looks like a chronometer, a wrist-mounted chronometer, and the last thing appears to be a couple of sets of keys. Here, wrist-mounted chronometer. I'm pretty proud of this one. I have implanted a short-range scrambler within this chronometer. Press this button here twice, and all comms frequencies within range will be shut down for. Is there an amount of time that's going to work, bud, or just?
I think you could just end with "will be shut down."
And all
will be shut down for plot amount of time.
And all of the comms frequencies within range will be shut down.
He will definitely put on the chronometer and press the button twice.
There's a crackling sound from the room, and then most things in the room go silent.
Give me that. She kind of reaches over, presses a different button, and things kind of crackle back on. This equipment is very temperamental. You cannot just be shutting off comm signals within my lab.
A screen flickers back into life, and Myrn was apparently in the middle of talking to all of you, and comes back in halfway through the sentence. That's right. And that's what we've found out so far. It is imperative that you get there immediately. Keck, those new Rendili drive ships. The new Rendili drive ships.
Yes.
You're authorized to give them to him.
Yes.
We need to get him to the Outer Rim immediately.
Kal is beaming. Love the new ships.
Yes, sir. I shall prepare them immediately.
Is that the ones over there?
Sol.
Yes.
We need you to track down your old nemesis, Ick. The Trandoshan. The one you shot in the elbow.
Oh, that one, yes.
Yes. Seems he has the best lead on where we can find this new organization. Get out there to his planet immediately.
Right away, Mern. Oh, there's the ships over there? He starts walking over to the ships.
Keck, the communication system is on the fritz again. I need you to fix it.
It's already been dealt with, man.
I shake my head as I walk, looking at Keck. Really?
Wait, hold on. She grabs the stylus
It is not on the table.
No. Give that back. I haven't told you what that does
I go
yet.
towards the ship.
Wait, she's following behind you. I assume that you've also picked up the keys that were there.
Oh, yeah.
And she is, like, right on your heels. You don't know what that does yet. Do not click that stylus. If you click the stylus 3 times, it will be...
I'm not listening.
It will be a thermal detonator.
They're...
You can't just put it in a pocket. Do you have the cap on it at least?
You see a cap on the ground as I walk away.
No.
You follow Sol into the hangar. Sol, in the hangar are 2 beautiful, sleek-looking, brand-new Rendili Drive ships.
Ooh.
They're exact duplicates of one another.
I take a moment, take it in, pop a like, and I go towards... And as Keck gets to the doors also, I run towards one of the ships. Opening it, and, like, I slide over the hood, I slide over the nose of the ship, and then go inside.
Yeah, she had stopped to grab the cap to the stylus and was, like, following. And you absolutely get in there before she does.
I step into the ship. It's fantastic. Chrome and black and leather interior.
Sleek.
There's even wood in there. I don't know where the wood came from.
Kashyyyk.
You find... After you catch up the ship, he actually is stepping out. This is the nicest one we've got so far, Keck.
Yes, thank you, Kal. She'll pull out her data pad. You'll have to sign for it.
Already did. The paperwork was inside.
Wait, it was in...
Yeah, the data pad was on there. The stylus is being a little finicky. Oh, you found the cap. This
wasn't the one... Kal, run.
No, Kal Sol.
Kal, run. She grabs him and, yanks him away from the Rendili Drive. And I'd like to think as we move very quickly away, there's a very cool explosion behind us.
Yes, and you don't look back at it, do you?
No, we don't.
No. One of the ships is completely engulfed in fire for a split second, rendering it nothing but metallic dark slag, and the front of the hood ornament of the ship clatters to the ground, partially melted. And that's about all that's left.
I didn't even...
Kal, I had that wood imported.
I didn't even touch the self-destruct button. That's not on me.
Kal, you took the stylus that I told you to leave.
Why would a stylus have a self-destruct button?
When you click it 3 times, it becomes a thermal detonator.
That's a bit excessive for a self-destruct button.
She stares at him. She just stares.
Hey, look, there's a ship. Start to walk towards the ship. Oh, thank you for the cap. He takes the cap.
She jerks it away from him and then throws it at his head.
Does that explode?
It does not.
She wishes it would.
As she throws it, he drops to the ground, covers his head, because he thinks it might explode.
That's a fair assumption.
You could have killed somebody. What is wrong with you, Keck?
You could have killed somebody.
I would think that
destroyed.
You, head of R&D, would take
This one didn't
safety.
even make it out of the hangar. It's still in the hangar.
Well, in fairness, the way that fire is going, it's going to be part of the hangar soon.
It was a masterpiece, and now it is gone.
No, it's
gone.
I mean...
She stares at you.
Usually you give me some kind of briefing on the things before you give them to me, so... I mean, I say we just both call it square, and,
I say we don't.
Hey, there's a ship!
Every time... No.
A staff member with a
lab
a star lab coat, comes rushing in with a star fire extinguisher. And
you there!
The
Be careful of that cap.
Thank you. Thank you, Rush.
They walk out like it's Tuesday. These things happen.
She, as you try to go towards the other ship, she grabs your arm this time. Like, no, wait. Every time I give you things, you lose them. You realize no other agent does this.
I don't lose
Everyone
them.
else brings back my items in decent condition.
I don't lose
and
them.
Yet,
I don't lose them.
You break them. You break all of them.
They come.
You always break them.
The things you give me are mission critical and come with self-destruct devices, so they cannot fall into the hands of the enemy. I choose to use every bit of this
yet
gadget.
No one else seems to have to use that failsafe.
And thus...
No one but you, Cal.
And thus, none of it falls into enemy hands. You're welcome.
None of it has fallen into enemy hands from other agents
welcome.
Either.
Well, I'm glad to...
I cannot... She grabs the keys from you for the other ship. I cannot leave you alone with this. You're always destroying my things. I'm coming with you. That's it. I'm coming with you this time. She, with the keys, turns around and walks out of the hangar.
No, you are not cleared for this mission. No, hold on. I'm gonna call. And he presses the watch
Go
button
ahead.
twice.
I'm coming.
He pushes the chrono button twice.
All the comms go out.
This thing isn't working.
There's a crackling noise, and just about everything in the room goes pew.
Gek, this isn't working.
Press the blue button.
It starts to play my Star Spotify. I pushed the wrong button.
The blue one.
Yeah.
Myrn pops up on a little screen on the chronometer, on Kek's chronometer. Kek, this is Myrn.
Yes, Myrn.
The comms are out again.
I grab the keys and run towards the ship.
No.
I need you to fix them. Kek, are you listening to me?
I'm fixing them now. She runs after.
Get right on it.
She runs after Cal. Like, you are not leaving without. Give me the chronometer. You're using it again to turn off all the comms. Turn them back on.
They must be back on because you got a call.
I have a special frequency.
Well, I want a special.
Here, give me this. She yanks at his arm.
The hangar door closes behind you as nobody realizes you've hit the autopilot button. The hangar begins to open, and you are sucked out into the vacuum of space as the ship flies itself out of the hangar and towards the mission-critical destination.
No time for us to keep fighting, yeah.
I wonder how long it takes you all to notice.
The ship flies really smooth.
Yep.
Look, like this here. So 5 minutes later, we're finishing up this conversation where she very specifically is forcing you. She's like, no, look, right here. Now tell me, what do you do to turn off the communications?
I press the red button, and then I throw it.
No.
That's how they've all worked.
That's not how this works.
You put the feature
That's
into every
not
chrono
how
I get.
This works.
Are we moving?
What? Why would be? Oh, Griff.
The screen in front of you indicates that the jump to hyperspace has been calculated. Oh, please hit the chronometer in the middle of hyperspace. Oh, please.
Kal slides into the leather-padded pilot's chair. Just kind of coos as he sinks into it a little.
Oh, it's smooth. It's nice.
Kek, you probably want to hold on to... He clicks the button.
The stars become lines in front of you as you jump to hyperspace.
She has to grab the back of the pilot's chair to stop from falling over.
Hey, don't manhandle the Carillion leather.
She sits in the other chair.
You pop out of hyperspace over the targeted planet and begin making your descent. You know that Ik has retired from being an agent of the other organization. You shot him in the elbow once during a botched assassination attempt. You could have killed him, but you didn't.
Does he have a cyborg arm below the elbow now?
No, he just does not have a happy elbow.
Oh.
And you know that he's now delved into a life of crime and has made quite the name for himself in the underground. The underworld. The underground, too. You know, they have a very extensive tunnel network. And that his front is not too far away from where you're landing. You're going to have to go in and talk to him. He's probably not going to be happy to see you.
Kek, I think you probably don't want to come in here with me on this one.
It's a bit late for that. I'm here now.
Well, every ship that's requisitioned to me does come with my required wardrobe, so you're gonna have to get yourself changed out of that nerd clothing.
Lab coat. It's a lab coat.
There's some stuff back there that'll fit you, don't worry.
Don't break anything while I'm gone.
I make no promises.
She shakes her head and turns to go.
So the two of you change. Sol, what do you change into?
An all-white suit with a purple tie that that accents his face tentacles.
And Kek?
Gosh, so it's all stuff that's made for him back there, right?
No, there's I do tend to pick up people along my missions, so there's a wide array, a very, very wide array of cocktail dresses and
Mostly cocktail dresses.
Mostly cocktail dresses.
So basically, it gets down to cocktail dresses.
Yeah.
That would actually of the things that would fit her.
Yeah.
And then there are things that are even less covering than the cocktail dresses.
Yeah. But those are mine, and you keep your hands off of them.
Yeah. I think she manages to find, like, the most covering cocktail dress that she can manage.
All right.
It is, let's just go with it's a black dress.
Okay.
That, it says, let's say it's like floor length with, like, slits on the sides. So she's got, like, a blaster on her leg, and I think she has her own watch and a couple of other little things. Oh, you know what? There's definitely jewelry. There's jewelry that does cool things.
Okay. Well, you're Kek. You've certainly brought some things with you, I would imagine. All right. Well, the two of you approach the hideout of Ik. How are you going to get in?
So is it a front? Can it be like a... Can he be...
Oh, it's absolutely a front.
What flavor of front? Is it a nightclub? Is it a jizz... Is it a jizz bar?
That sounds like a terrible thing. Just in general, can we even say that?
It's canon.
Okay.
It's canon jizz.
It is canon.
Sure, it's a jizz bar. I mean, originally it's a Star Caviar business, but
So we've established now that jizz is for old people.
Apparently.
So, yeah. The kids listen to glam rock now, I believe.
Yeah.
There's a bouncer, of course.
We'd likened the club.
I have to wait in line.
I'm here to see Ick.
Are you on the list?
I'm on a list that he has, I'm sure. Tell him Kal is here.
One moment. He talks into his comm bead. Go in.
She's coming with me.
It's fine. Go ahead.
All right. Okay, come on. Stay close. All right.
She's following
you.
You're ushered into a back room. It's dark, but not too dark in the back room. There's two large trandoshans by the door as you walk in. You pass them. And you're indicated that you should take a seat on the sofa opposite a rather large, well-appointed desk. The desk has its, the chair has its back to you on the other side of the desk.
Good. Somebody's going to just turn around and be in it, right?
Absolutely, yes.
Absolutely.
Ick?
Do you all sit?
Yeah, I'll sit.
Kek, do you sit as well?
Hold on a second. I'm looking at skills that are a thing real quick.
I'll roll my swimming at a
Can I do a
D10.
notice to look around and see if there's anything to be wary of?
Sure.
Okay, do that.
You notice that the Trandoshan guards that you passed are by the door. They are guarding the exterior of the door, not the interior of the door, but they are both armed with vibro weapons and blasters.
Mm-hmm.
There weren't too many people in the club yet, so, you keep that in mind. You also suspect that there is some kind of deflector shield array built into that desk in front of you.
Ah. I don't know what this is.
Interesting.
You can hear the hum of far more electronics than a desk should have. and you see some power points, power cell units that a desk wouldn't possibly need unless it was going to use up a lot of power. And that's the kind of thing a shield generator would need.
Okay. Cool.
So, the chair spins around in a dramatic turn, and there is a large Trandoshan, and I mean large. Not big-boned Trandoshan. He has become heavy. Which is an interesting look for a big lizard. And in his lap is a small furry creature that he is petting. Mr. Soul! It's been a long time.
It has been a while. How's the arm?
It hurts constantly. Any particular reason I shouldn't return the favor? He takes out a blaster pistol from his desk and lays it on his desk next to his hand.
I've come looking for information about a person who killed an admiral and stole a ship.
Did you hear that, boys? He came to me for information. And who might your associate be?
And, she'll kind of hold out a hand. They call me Kek.
He sticks out his right hand to shake your hand, but he winces as he extends that arm fully. Kek. Good. Alright, boys, take him out back and shoot him. The two Trandoshans take it and turn into the room and start drawing their blaster pistols.
Kek is holding his hand for the bad arm right now, and she slams it down onto the desk elbow first.
He howls in pain and backs up. He slaps a button on his desk, and sure enough, the field pops on. but Keck is inside of it.
Thanks for listening. To make sure you don't miss any big updates, follow us on Facebook at No Match for a Blaster or on Twitter at No Match Podcast. If you enjoyed our show, please leave us a review on iTunes and visit our Patreon on patreon.com/moralityplays. Soul, One World is Not Enough is a podcast by Morality Plays. Savage Worlds is a role-playing system by Pinnacle Entertainment Group. Our music is by Kevin McLeod, and sound effects are by debsound and tutarap. I play the Quartermaster Keck, and I'd like to thank Gerald for running an awesome game, as well as Ito for playing a fantastic Kal Sol. And of course, I'd like to thank you, our listeners. We'll see you again soon, in a galaxy far, far away.